Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dialogues from the President's Corner featuring Greensboro College's president, Dr. Zardo, as well as our special guest today, Jon Brotherton, chair of the music department, professor, and director of choral activities. So we're recording just after Thanksgiving, so do you guys have a good holiday?
Excellent.
Had a very good holiday, nice and quiet.
Good. Leftover pumpkin pie and turkey and everything. I'm still chowing down on that. With it being the holiday season, we're looking forward to talking with Jon about one of the best traditions here at Greensboro College, which is lessons and kills. So first of all, Jon, can you tell us a little bit about your background and your time at GC and then like the local music network here?
Sure. So I come from Alaska. I've got my degree, my undergrad in George Fox College. Now it's called George Fox University and near Portland, Oregon. Did my graduate studies in Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music there in choral music. Worked some in Walla Walla, Washington at Whitman College there, and also in Alaska at the University of Alaska. 3 years at Iowa Wesleyan College, and then 1998 I showed up here. And I've been here ever since, obviously. This is my 25th year. And in the community, I also am the director of music at Jamestown Presbyterian Church and the choral conductor of the Choral Society of Greensboro.
So with Lessons and Kills, it's not just a Greensboro tradition, but it extends beyond our borders. So Dr. Zardo, do you want to talk about that tradition and where it comes from?
Yeah, I do every year as we begin the ceremonies on Sunday. It began at Truro Cathedral in Cornwall, England, what is now 143 years ago, but really embraced by the Archbishop of Canterbury. And it's become an annual tradition all around the world, and it's really become an interdenominational. While it is a Christian ceremony with readings from the gospel and religious music, it really has become a worldwide phenomenon. In the United States, the first that we know of was at Groton School in Massachusetts, which was about 95 years ago. But here at Greensboro College, we started this tradition 58 years ago when the late James Hull, who was a very iconic professor of religion, beloved by generations of students, after his time in England and experiencing it firsthand, he brought it to Greensboro College. And we have done it every year with one exception, and that was we had to do a virtual year a couple of years ago because of the pandemic. And it has become very much a college tradition, but very much a tradition for the entire Greensboro community. Sometimes I get a question, why don't we see advertising? Why don't we see marketing this? Because we fill the chapel. Yeah. We don't need any more people coming in.
Standing room only. So, Jon, can you talk about the music itself? I mean, people are always impressed about the arrangements. Can you talk about like that coordinating everything? Is there anything special to be on the lookout for this year too?
Well, yeah. So planning starts early in the fall semester. I choose music for the readings, and every year I try to make it a little bit different. Sometimes we repeat some, but after the music is chosen, I get the music together, have to maybe order some or whatever, get the instrumental parts together. I invite alumni and some faculty and staff like to participate in the singing. And then, we start rehearsals about a month or so before. This year, I do have a special piece that I've arranged, and it's called "Let There Be Peace on Earth." It's not really a Christmas carol, but I made it to tie into Christmas by making it very, very peaceful in the beginning and the end, and then including phrases of Silent Night, which of course has the refrain, "Sleep in heavenly peace." So, and that ties in nicely with the congregational singing of Silent Night that follows.
I know you had just mentioned like some of the faculty and staff involved. So Dr. Zardo, do you want to talk about who like typically participates? And you also mentioned like it's a very popular place, but you could also talk about who typically attends too.
It really is a cross-section of the college community and also the general community. I think there are 9 lessons that are read. I always have the first, and Reverend Brewer always has the last. I kind of open and he closes. In the past, we have had members of the Board of Trustees. We have had local elected officials. We have had alumni, obviously faculty and staff. We have had coaches. I understand you may be a lecturer this year, which we're looking forward to seeing. And it really does give us a chance to not only include in the college ceremony a whole cross-section of the community, but also show off a little bit because we do it very, very well. This is a special event.
As much as everyone is looking forward to hearing me, here's a brief clip of far more talented singers. So, John, can you remind us again about when it is and like where it's going to be located?
Sure. It's this Sunday, December 3rd, at 7 o'clock in Finch Chapel.
Great.
And the chapel is decorated beautifully. The luminaries that they put out around are very beautiful. So it's a wonderful way to start the holiday season.
Oh yeah, Robert, the chaplain here on campus, he does a beautiful job in like the design and setup of everything.
And also, Matthew, I'm not sure this year. I actually will check in the next few days. We usually have an event afterwards in Lee Center, a bit of a reception afterwards. I believe we're doing that again this year. We had to get away from that during the pandemic. And in the past, we've also had luminaries that line the walk up to the front of main building, often done by one of our athletic teams. So it really does engage quite a bit of the college community.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. I mean, because I haven't been here because of the pandemic and everything, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So thank you, John, for joining us today. And thank you again, Dr. Zarda. Thank you all for watching this episode. This is going to be our last episode for the semester. So thank you all for watching this semester. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.